tutorial, we are looking at how to complete an initial mind map before beginning research towards design ideas. As a product designer in any area, whether it be jewellery, fashion or food for example, it's important that designers consider a range of topics before beginning their design ideas. We name this task Things to Consider, and we will be completing it as a mind map. By completing this mind map, you are giving yourself a great starting point before beginning your research. For this task, we will use the acronym ACCESS-FM. Within each of these areas, there are a number of possibilities and options. When writing your mind map, you should avoid the temptation of making any decisions about your final idea and instead try to think of as many different options and possibilities. So let's begin. In this instance, we are working towards a design brief that is asking us to design some sea life inspired jewellery. Beginning with aesthetics, there is already something decided for us. The jewellery must be visually inspired by sea life. But within this, there is a huge number of possibilities. Mermaids, beaches, shells. The list goes on. And within aesthetics, we can also explore colour. We also need to consider what kinds of jewellery it will be. For example, a large statement piece with lots of colour, or an everyday casual piece of jewellery. These different options will have different aesthetics. So already you can see that there is a large number of different combinations and therefore a wide range of possible design ideas that could come about from this one piece of work. Moving through ACCESS-FM, let's consider cost. You can be specific with different costings and more general, for example, budget, discount store, high-end, bespoke jeweller. Customer. Who is your target market going to be? Is it going to be middle-aged women or teenage boys? Perhaps brides or very young children? Can you think of other groups of people that might wear body adornment of some kind? Environment. How are you going to consider environmental issues when designing and making your jewellery? Think about the 3 R's: recycle, reduce and reuse. How could you apply these ideas to your jewellery? Safety. What do you need to consider when designing for your customer to ensure that your jewellery cannot cause anyone any harm? Size. Again, you can be generic with this by stating small, medium or large, but this doesn't really give an accurate idea on size. What one person considers to be a large piece of jewellery, somebody else might not. Instead, you should give dimensions in millimetres for accuracy. Aside from decorative, could your jewellery have another function or job? Consider a locket, for example. As well as being a decorative pendant, its other function is to hold a photograph. Materials. What range of materials could you use or incorporate into your designs? Remember to be specific. Remember, it's important that you show a range of thoughts even if you think you already have a clear idea of your final design. You need to think like a professional designer and ensure that your customer has choice. If they don't like your concept for a final design, you will need to come back and consider other options. Your mind map is a great starting point for this. When writing your mind map, make sure you work through the ACCESS-FM headings to ensure that you've covered a wide range of issues. And finally, don't be afraid to get creative. You can present your mind map in colour and add sketches to make it more visually impactful.